On New Year's Day 2023, a successful real estate executive and mother of three vanished without a trace from her luxurious Massachusetts home. Ana Walshe seemed to have it all: a high-powered career, a beautiful family, and a life many would envy. But behind closed doors, her marriage hid dark secrets that would soon shock the nation. When Ana failed to show up for her flight back to Washington, D.C., for work, colleagues grew concerned. Days passed with no word from the normally responsive businesswoman. But the most alarming red flag? Her own husband, Brian Walshe, waited 3 full days before reporting her missing. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered disturbing details about Brian's past. He was already a convicted felon, having pleaded guilty to selling fake Andy Warhol paintings. Now, with his wife mysteriously gone, police began noticing inconsistencies in his story. First, he claimed Ana took a rideshare to the airport, but no record of such a trip existed. Then he changed his story, saying she left for a work emergency that never happened. But the most chilling discovery came when police examined Brian's internet history. In the days before Ana's disappearance, he had searched for things no innocent husband would ever look up. Phrases like, "how to dispose of a 115-pound woman's body," and "how long before a body starts to smell," appeared in his search history. These weren't random questions, they appeared to be instructions. This is the disturbing case of Ana Walshe, a woman whose disappearance exposed her husband's web of lies and a potential murder plot so calculated, it sent chills through investigators. What really happened to Ana? And did the man who vowed to love and protect her become her worst nightmare? Ana Walshe wasn't your average suburban mom. Born in Serbia, she built an impressive career in the competitive world of high-end real estate, working for prestigious firms in Washington, D.C. Friends described her as ambitious yet warm, the kind of person who could charm clients while still making time for her 3 young boys. From the outside, her life in the wealthy coastal town of Cohasset, Massachusetts looked perfect. But there was one problem in this picture-perfect life: her husband, Brian. While Ana was climbing the corporate ladder, Brian had a very different reputation. In 2021, he pleaded guilty to selling fake Andy Warhol paintings online, scamming buyers out of tens of thousands of dollars. This wasn't some youthful mistake. Brian was in his 40s when he committed this fraud. Their marriage raised eyebrows among those who knew them. Ana was the primary breadwinner, while Brian, despite his art world connections, seemed content to live off her success. Neighbors noticed he was often home with the kids while Ana traveled for work. Some wondered what a sophisticated, career-driven woman like Ana saw in a man with Brian's shady past. Behind closed doors, the relationship may have been unraveling. At the time of Ana's disappearance, Brian was awaiting sentencing for his art fraud case, a situation that surely caused tension. Did Ana know more about her husband's secrets than she let on? Was she planning to leave him? These are questions investigators would soon be asking as they piece together the final days of Ana's life. Ana Walshe's disappearance on New Year's Day 2023 wasn't just mysterious, it was downright suspicious from the very beginning. The 39-year-old real estate executive was supposed to catch an early morning flight from Boston to Washington, D.C., for work that day. But she never made it to the airport. In fact, she never even left her home in Cohasset. When Ana didn't show up for work, her colleagues immediately knew something was wrong. This wasn't like her at all. Ana was reliable, professional, and always responsive to messages. By January 4th, 3 full days after she was last seen, her workplace officially reported her missing. But here's what makes this timeline so troubling: her husband Brian Walshe, the last person to see her alive, waited until after this report to finally contact police himself. Brian's explanation for his wife's disappearance kept changing. First, he told investigators Ana had taken a rideshare service to the airport, but police couldn't find any record of such a trip. Then he claimed she'd left for a work emergency, except her employer confirmed no such emergency existed. The stories weren't adding up, and detectives were starting to ask uncomfortable questions. Even more alarming, Security footage showed Brian making multiple trips to dumpsters and a nearby apartment complex in the days after Ana vanished. Neighbors reported seeing him cleaning out his car at odd hours. And when police searched the family home, they found blood stains in the basement and a broken knife. Every piece of evidence pointed to one terrifying possibility: Ana Walshe didn't just disappear, she was murdered in her own home by someone she trusted. The evidence against Brian Walshe wasn't just convincing, it was downright chilling. When investigators examined his internet history, they discovered searches that would make anyone's blood run cold. In the days before Ana vanished, Brian had typed, "How to dispose of a 115-pound woman's body," and "Can you be charged with murder without a body?" These weren't idle curiosities, they were step-by-step instructions for getting away with murder. But the smoking gun didn't stop there. Receipts showed Brian made suspicious purchases at Home Depot right after Ana disappeared: $450 worth of cleaning supplies including tarps, mops, and industrial-grade garbage bags. Security footage captured him throwing multiple heavy trash bags into dumpsters across different locations. When police searched these dumpsters, they found blood-stained rags and a broken hacksaw, tools that matched exactly with Brian's disturbing Google searches. Forensic teams made another grim discovery in the Walshe home's basement: traces of blood that matched Ana's DNA. The pattern suggested someone had tried desperately to clean up a violent crime scene. Even more damning, Brian withdrew $450 in cash the day after Ana vanished, claiming he needed to pay a handyman, though no handyman ever came forward. Perhaps most telling was Brian's behavior when questioned. He couldn't keep his stories straight, changing details about Ana's supposed departure multiple times. While claiming to be worried about his missing wife, he never once participated in searches or made public appeals for information. Every piece of evidence, from his internet history to his actions, painted the same horrifying picture: this wasn't a missing persons case. This was a calculated murder. On January 8, 2023, just 1 week after Ana Walshe was last seen, police arrested Brian Walshe at his mother's home. The evidence was overwhelming: his suspicious internet searches, the cleaning supplies purchased after Ana vanished, the blood found in their basement, and his constantly changing stories. Prosecutors charged him with first-degree murder, even though Ana's body still hadn't been found, a rare move that showed how confident they were in their case. During Brian's arraignment, prosecutors revealed even more disturbing details. They claimed Brian had dismembered Ana's body in their home, then methodically disposed of the remains in dumpsters across multiple locations. The hacksaw and bloody rags found in those dumpsters supported this gruesome theory. What made this especially chilling was that Brian had researched exactly how to do this. His internet history included searches for "how to dismember a body" and "what does lye do to human remains." Brian pleaded not guilty. But the judge called him an extreme flight risk and denied bail. As he sat in jail awaiting trial, investigators kept digging. They discovered Brian had transferred large sums of money from Ana's accounts after her disappearance. They also found he'd been researching divorce laws in the weeks before Ana vanished, suggesting this wasn't a crime of passion, but something far more calculated. The case took another dark turn when prosecutors revealed Brian had allegedly been planning this for months. His internet searches about murder and body disposal dated back weeks before Ana disappeared. This wasn't a spontaneous act. If the allegations were true, Brian Walshe had been carefully plotting his wife's murder while living under the same roof, sleeping in the same bed. It was a level of cold-blooded premeditation that shocked even seasoned investigators. Ana Walshe's case exploded across social media and news outlets for all the darkest reasons. First, it had every element of a true crime sensation: a beautiful, successful victim, a shady husband with a criminal past, and those bone-chilling Google searches that revealed what appeared to be a murder plot in real time. People couldn't look away from the sheer audacity of someone allegedly researching how to dispose of a body. And then apparently doing exactly that. The wealthy New England setting added another layer of intrigue. This wasn't some back-alley crime, it happened in an affluent seaside town where violent crime is rare. The contrast between the Walshes' picture-perfect life and the gruesome allegations made the story even more compelling. True crime fans dissected every detail online, from Brian's suspicious behavior to Anna's final social media posts. But what really made this case go viral was its modern twist: digital evidence took center stage. In an age where our searches can convict us, Brian's internet history became the smoking gun. It was a 21st-century murder mystery where technology helped unravel the crime, making it uniquely terrifying for our digital era. Ana Walshe's disappearance remains one of the most disturbing true crime cases in recent memory, not just because of what happened, but because of how close we came to never knowing the truth. Without those damning Google searches and Brian's suspicious behavior, this might have been another missing person case that slowly faded from headlines. Instead, it became a chilling lesson about the secrets people hide behind closed doors, and how technology can sometimes reveal what someone desperately wants to conceal. As of 2024, Brian Walshe awaits trial while Anna's family continues searching for answers and closure. Her body has never been found, leaving painful questions unanswered. This case forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about trust, deception, and how well we really know those closest to us. What do you think about the evidence against Brian? Could there be more to this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you found this case as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into true crime's most puzzling mysteries. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and check the description for our sources and additional reading on this case. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.